Coast and the west part of the country as well.
Absolutely, and just the tallying process and the tabulation process is a work on its own from the polling centers by themselves. The presiding officers have to count the presidential ballot, the governor's ballot, the senator's ballot, MP's ballot, women's ballot, up to the MCA ballot, and then, you know, have all the agreements, or someone might ask for a retally, and then move it to the center where that would also, the returning officer gets the results and it's all put together, and then goes to the constituency level where now the Form 34B is produced. So there's quite a lot of work that needs to go on before they actually do this trek to the national, the NAV center, if you like.
So really the entire nation needs to exercise that patience.
A bit of patience is required.
All right, let's now take you live to the county of Narok. That's where NTV's Naoma Sampao is. Naoma, it seems rather peaceful where you are at the moment, and there was also an arrest in one constituency in Narok. Bring us up to speed with what's happening there.
Well, a very good evening to you, Smriti and James, in the Nairobi studios. And yes, like you just said, indeed, Kenyans have to really exercise patience during this entire process, because here where I am at Narok South Constituency Tallying Center here at Olentutu Arid Zone, and as it stands, the tallying is still continuing. At least by now, I can report that at least all the 171 polling stations have submitted their results, and we are waiting for the ARO and the entire IEBC officials here at this particular tallying center to conclude, collecting the results and later on announce them so that we can be able to relay to you. But as it stands in this particular county of Narok, which has six sub-counties, none has reported the results yet, and we are still keeping an eye to see the results streaming in. And as it stands, I think this might be the first sub-county or constituency to relay the results, and we are here to make sure that we cast them as they happen. Earlier on, like you've mentioned, there was an incident in Narok North Constituency Tallying Center where one PO was arrested after swapping results in favor of the UDA gubernatorial candidate. The UDA gubernatorial candidate had scored 36 votes in a particular polling station, while the competitor, who is an ODM gubernatorial candidate, Moitalel Olekente, had scored 470, but the PO swapped the results while submitting them to the ARO, and that was raised by the agents of Moitalel Olekente, which brought quite some issues. But as of now, it is a police case. Another issue was also reported in Narok East earlier on, a similar incident, and it is also under investigations. Aside from those two issues, this particular county the entire process has run very smoothly in this particular county, and we are hoping that those particular cases will be able to be resolved. And as it stands, actually, I have just received results from Emurua Dikir constituency, and we have the provisional results, which shows that in that particular constituency, Patrick Ntutu is leading with 29,911 votes, while his main competitor, Kenta, is following with 5,190 votes. In that particular constituency, the current sitting member of parliament, Joanna Ngeno, seems to be retaining his seat as he leads with 19,958 votes. The women rep position, which has attracted 6 contestants, has the lady vying in a UDA ticket, Rebecca Tunkei, leading with 9,013 votes, with an independent candidate, Rispa Chepkoech, following very closely. We haven't received the Senate results from that particular constituency, but we will be following to make sure that we update you. In that particular constituency, it has 4 wards, 2 of which have been won by UDA candidates and 1 which has been won by an ANC candidate. 1 was postponed after the KANU candidate passed on. May his soul rest in peace, and will be the dates for the election will be announced later. Here in this particular polling station, we have 171 polling stations, which as of now, all the results have been received, apart from one particular polling station, which is Olonmasani ward, or rather Olenkanai polling station, which there was an incident earlier on.
All right, we'll reconnect